And there's gonna be bourbon, brown sugar, some soil. It's gonna be freaking amazing. Welkom back by the Drunken barbecue, my friends. And today's flank steak only has 5 ingredients. Well, 6 if you count the steak. And it doesn't get any easier. No, it's gonna be amazing. And to marinate this beauty, you're gonna get yourself a bowl. And then we're adding, say like, half a cup of bourbon. And then we're adding about half a cup of soy sauce. I think we got way too much bourbon. Well, you can never have too many. And then about half a cup of brown sugar. It's not rocket science, right? And then a couple of tablespoons of yellow mustard. 1, 2. Oh, that sounds like something else. And because we like it, some fresh ground pepper. Like so. You gotta love some fresh pepper, guys. And when that's done, my friends, we whisk. This video is brought to you by Barbecue Phil Canada in Airdrie and Lumberjack Pallets. And when it is all mixed, you're gonna get yourself a Ziploc bag. Here is one I prepared earlier. Sounds like a real cooking show, right? And you put your meat in the bag. You probably have heard that before, guys. There we go. Nice and spread out. And now the meat is in the bag. We're gonna take our marinade, pour it with it. Doop. There we go. Try not to spill it. There we go. Then we zip it all up. Try to squeeze all the air out. That's it. Shop is closed. Mush it a bit. And then, my friends, we're going to put it in the fridge. If you have an hour, put it in there for an hour. If you have 2, for 2. Overnight is of course always better. There we go. Hup. I hope the bag didn't break. And it didn't. And now our meat is marinating. It's time to make the gravy. Yes, gravy. Told you, this is going to be an awesome flank steak snack. Well, let's go to the kitchen because I need a stove for this. And for this super tasty gravy, we're going to cut up an onion. And we're going to cut this really fine before we add this to a hot pan with a little bit of oil. And while the onions are browning up, we're going to cut up some garlic. We're adding the garlic to the onions and we continue with slicing up some mushrooms. Then you also add these mushrooms with a tablespoon of tomato puree to the pan. And then you let all the ingredients brown evenly. And be aware, my friends, it's gonna start smelling awesome already. And what we need to do next is adding some broth, as the gravy needs to be nice and juicy. But hey, we don't want to make soup, right? So we're gonna add a teaspoon of flour and a little bit of broth, mix it well together, as that's gonna be our thickening agent. Thickening agent, holy shit, that sounds professional. And there we go, don't be shy, we're gonna add about 300 ml of beef broth to the pan. And holy crap, it starts smelling good now. And now comes the moment that we're gonna turn this great gravy into an awesome gravy. And we're doing this by adding 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce and 1 teaspoon of soy sauce and some fresh ground black pepper, because we like it. And now we're adding the best part of the gravy, some wine. And I love the Grey Monk Merlot, so that's what I'm gonna use. Oh, just by looking at this wine I would want some, but we need to add some to our gravy. So here we go, we're gonna add a couple of tablespoons, say like 3, 4, 5, how many do you want? And the rest we're gonna donate to the pitmaster. Well, it's thirsty weather after all, right, so get them down. And normally this is the moment you would add a lump of butter, but we're gonna shy away from that as it's rich enough as it is. And this gravy got an insane amount of flavor. And now we're just going to keep boiling it and stewing it till it's thick enough to your liking. Man, this gravy smells and tastes so good. I would nearly say, guys, you take the steak, I will just eat the gravy. The gravy you just put in a bowl as it is. We're not going to filter the lumps out, as this way we can use it as a dipping sauce. Well, that's the gravy part. Now it's time to grill the steak. Gravy is done, meat is marinating, we just wait for a good cold bit. Cheers, guys. Hey, you know the drill, my friends. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. And there he goes, out of the bag, onto the fire. And we're going to leave it for this for a few minutes, and then we're going to turn it about 45 degrees because it looks good. That should give us some grill marks, my friends. Haha, you gotta love it, you gotta love it. This video is sponsored by Barbecue Phil Canada and Lumberjack. You will find our links in the description below. And you see, my friends, it only takes 10 minutes on the grill. Yes, 10 minutes is all it takes, and then you got some awesome finger food. And there we go, should be medium rare. I hope I should buy a thermometer. And off she comes. Be aware, guys, when you cook your meat like this, get a cutting board with a little channel. There are some juices coming out. No, it's no blood. And there we go. Woohoo! I'm hungry. Let's get her open and see what it became. Well, there we go. Moment of truth. Have I been talking out of my ass, or did I do a good job? There we go. No way back. Uh-oh. I can see it. I can see it. Medium rare, the way I love it. And now, my friends, we're going to cut her against the grain, so we're going to get nice and tender slices. Oh, yeah. You got to love barbecue, hey? Woohoo! Party snack in the making. I don't want to sound greedy, but I'm not waiting till you come over. I'm going to start. Cheers, my friends. Let's start the party. Heaven. Heaven. This is one of those scenarios you cannot just have one bite. Shame on you, you're not here. I won't say best ever, because lots of people make best ever videos, and how can you make a best ever one every time? But this is really good. Awesome. Finger licking. And that's it again for today, guys. If I can do it, you can do it. Before you step away, check out the next video. And as always, thanks for watching. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, and see you next week.